Hi everyone, this is Chukwuma and I'm here making my seventh blog post for the FDDS Know Better. And the question this week comes from Robert Greene's quote: "If you succeed a great man or have a famous parent, you will have to accomplish double their achievements to outshine them," which is completely true. And the question is, when considering whether or not to accept a leadership opportunity, do you rely on facts, which are your thinking, or intuition, which is your feeling? And please explain. Well, at first I was reading this, and my initial thought was that you could rely both on your thinking and your feeling in order to decide whether or not you should take a leadership role or maybe you should pass it on. But then I was trying to think about all these leadership roles that I had in high school and what I used when determining whether or not to take it. And I came to the conclusion that thinking is actually very destructive for the progress of your success, and how if you act on your feelings, you're more inclined to do what's best for you because you believe when you feel it, you believe in yourself. But when you think it, your thought process usually goes south. Because when you constantly start to think of whether or not to take a leadership role, you start to think of past actions or past experiences that have happened or past failures, and you start to say, hey, this happened in the past, maybe it's going to happen again in the future, and hey, so maybe I shouldn't take this leadership role. But that's all negativity, and in order to avoid thinking like that, we should act on our feelings. So I decided that intuition is stronger than thinking because it's mixed with emotion, and emotion in particular is desire. And Hill states himself that when driven by desire, men develop keenness of imagination, courage, willpower, persistence, and creative ability unknown to them at other times. And I found that that was actually perfect for this post because he really just highlights that we, in desiring, we have the ability to succeed. And if we just desire to succeed, we can succeed. And if we have leadership roles, okay, I'm gonna give a personal example. In high school, I was very active in extracurricular activities. Like I did a lot of clubs, I did sports, and every time a leadership role came my way, I automatically accepted it because I just felt that this is gonna get me to where I need to go. So I was president of MUN or Mock Trial, Key Club, and Business Honor Society, while being like captain of volleyball and badminton. And it was it was a lot to do. But the reason that I always accepted the leadership roles that were given to me is because the people who gave it to me must have believed that I can do it, regardless of the other things that I had on my plate. And if they believed in me, I thought it would be stupid not to believe in myself. And so I did. And it all ended up working out, and I'm actually very happy about that because it just goes to prove that if we desire something and if we mix our beliefs with emotions, anything is possible. As but instead, if we're thinking about things, we tend to be negative and we tend to have a horrible outlook, which we need to avoid.